It's the best of bias. You need the earful, you should try us. From pop culture to the movies to unite us. It's the best of bias. Your best of bias. Yeah, it's the best of bias.
You are now listening to the Best of Bias podcast with Lydell, Dinero, and Hugo Twilight.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Lydell Dinero, and it's time for another Best of Bias podcast. You know what I mean? Guess what we doing today? We're doing it's a mixed bag of treats, a mixed bag of bias for you today. We got some pop culture infused with a what if, episode 3 review, because we got to get into that. Our loyals out there, our faithfuls out there came here for some Marvel talk, and they've been waiting for the review, so we'll give that to them. And a mixed bag of the pop culture topics from the past couple of weeks. What do you say to that, AKA? How you feel about that?
Yeah, I'm down.
Let's get into it. First and foremost, how's work? How's the new job treating you? How you doing?
All this shit garbage, but I mean, all security jobs is garbage, so I'm still looking for something a little bit better. And yeah, trying to go back to school just so I can finish up some shit. So at least I could have a couple extra little things in my arsenal to get a little more money. But yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, man, work does suck all the time.
I had jobs that was cool. Like when I worked in Stanford, I hated missing days. That shit was cool.
Oh shoot. Yeah, I feel it. Yeah. Well, sometimes you got to do what you got to do to earn ends meet, to do what you love. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I say I'm doing as far as my job. So you got to do what you got to do what you love. And this is what I love, talking to you guys about these wonderful shows and whatever's popping right now, because that's what we do here at the Best of Bias podcast, right? So we do. So how you want to start it off? Do you want to start with the review? Did you want to start with some pop culture? What do you want to start with?
We can go pop culture and then just jump in the review, because
the
review, I think it'll be quick, but it was I liked the episode. So,
it was a really good episode. It's pretty concise, pretty easy to talk about. So yeah, let's just hop into this pop culture first and foremost. Starting with, I don't know if you've been hearing about Chet Hanks, man. He's been in pop culture a lot in the black sphere, if I would call it. He's been trying to dabble his toes into our culture. He said it was going to be a white boy summer. But now he transitioned that into a record deal. He signed to a record label with Soulja Boy in the SODMG. How do you feel about that? Do you think he's gonna rap in his Jamaican accent?
He has a Jamaican accent?
Oh yeah. When you have spare time, if you want to put in a clip of his Jamaican songs without us getting demonetized, you can definitely go ahead.
Big up the youth them way out of Kingston. Me wake up this morning and me see the thing turn up. Internet gone mad. Respect, you don't know. Me soon forward a yard. Booyaka, booyaka.
He had a video where he's speaking in like a Jamaican patois accent, and he kind of went viral for that.
Where's he from?
He's from Concord, actually. Tom Hanks is from Concord. Chet Hanks is Tom Hanks' son.
Tom Hanks is from Oakland.
He's from Concord.
Tom Hanks is from Oakland.
He's from. Look it up. He's from
Concord,
California.
I don't know about Chet Hanks, but I'm pretty sure Tom Hanks is from Oakland.
Positive. I mean, how close is Concord to Oakland?
I mean, it's close enough. So yeah.
Enough for people to generalize. Oh, this guy is probably from Oakland because he's from near the Bay Area. Nobody else from Concord.
Yeah, they were saying that Tupac was from Oakland when he literally lived in Marin City or Marin County.
You're right. They're just the most popular city that you live next to is what they're gonna claim you live at. So
that's real. I remember when I was went to Canada and stuff. People was asking where he was from, and we never said like East Palo Alto. We were just like, from San Jose. Because it's right there. So.
Yeah. Bay Area, San Francisco? Yeah, I guess. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like that. So I think Chet Hanks is funny. I think Soulja Boy, his whole little transition back into the game has been kind of funny to me. From saying he's the first to do everything to the verses to actually being a person now that's actually signing people and is going viral every day. How do you feel about Soulja Boy's comeback? Is the biggest comeback of all time again? The second biggest comeback of all time?
He got another comeback?
Oh, well.
I'm I'm lost when it comes to this
I don't
shit,
know.
man.
It's all good. His music is he doesn't really put out that much music now. He's just pretty much more known for his antics and stuff.
Okay, yeah, I seen
Most
that shit.
Yeah, and he has a bunch of money and he does crazy stuff. Not crazy stuff, but like business wise, he does a lot trying to invest in doing stuff with his money. He came out with like a Game Boy, a new age Game Boy, where it had like an LED screen in it, and you can play like Fortnite through it and a bunch of other different games where you can download from like app stores. You can just play through the it's called the Soldier Boy game. Not really like an original name or anything, but it was called the Soldier Boy game. And I think he manufactured a fake beef with Atari, which turned into a deal with Atari.
Yeah, it's hilarious. But okay.
It-
I didn't know
it's-
Atari, I didn't know Atari still existed. That's crazy.
Exactly. It could have been a coup just to try to put them back on the map, and they're working together the whole time. And he just faked the beef. And I don't know. These rappers nowadays, I like to see that they're putting their money in different places and investing in different things.
I like how with social media now, like anybody who was like somewhat relevant or one hit wonder at one point can become relevant again just from like trolling in some way.
Right. Or starting a
Yeah, but-
podcast.
Or who does that other than
Everybody.
okay?
Think of
There
any
you go.
celebrity that you ever liked in your life and look them up on any podcast platform. I bet you they have a podcast now. Guaranteed.
Probably. D40 has a podcast. Does D40 have one?
If not, he will soon. Everybody's doing it. Tory Lanez just came out with a podcast. It's like, I think it's like horizontal integration, if you want to say. Like people that are already popular, it makes sense to do things that you can make money from that just take people watching, as far as like Twitch, podcasts, YouTube channels. Like if you already garnered that following from just making your music, now you can just create all these other things that make you money, have your fans that you already established join that, and then you're already good, especially in podcasting. That's how you monetize your podcast, just have fellow listeners.
I guess it is true. I sometimes listen to T-Pain and the Ghetto Boys podcast. They just started. So I guess, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the way to do it, because nobody can regulate it. It's all you. You can put it out to the people, say what you want to say. You can't be censored on your podcast, really. I mean, all you got to do is slap that not for kids or a little explicit on it, and you can say what the fuck you want, actually. Even though you still can face the consequences if people listen and repost it out there. I don't know why people do that, would listen to a podcast word for word just to post some negative shit online about what they said to try to tell on them and try to get them canceled, which is kind of crazy to me that people would actually do that.
Yeah.
But it's nuts. But people do take the time to do that. Hired or not, I don't know. Who knows? But that kind of walks me into the Tory Lanez I wanted to talk about. Tory Lanez kind of did something genius. I don't want to say genius because I don't really understand NFTs yet, so I don't want to just be speaking out of my ass here, but it seemed genius the way he explained it. So basically, he put out an album as an NFT for $1 and made it like exclusive. There's only so many copies you can buy. And he said he sold 1 million in 57 seconds.
Yeah.
Right. And then after he sells that NFT, people bought multiple copies of the NFT and resold it it was going for a minimum of $30,000 for each copy. So
how does that work? I don't understand.
I don't know. I think my thing is I think it's off of hype. So if he drops something that's super exclusive that only a couple people can get, people will bid on it, just like exclusive shoes. Say there's a certain amount of shoes that were released. If the people get their hands on it, they can really resell it to the people.
So when he sold these 1 million copies of an NFT, he only sold 1 million. It wasn't no more. Like
it was
he only had like a limit. Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah,
Okay.
It was a limited amount of them.
So if anybody else wants to hear that, then they gotta
get it from those people.
It makes sense.
And those hype beast people will spend any exorbitant amount of money just to try to get their hands on it. You know what I mean? And some people bought 40 for $1, spent $40, and they're selling them for no less than 30,000 for the NFT. Me personally, I don't really know how NFTs work. I don't know if you get copyrights to the music. I don't know if you get royalties for every time it's played. But since it's shared with so many people, since it's 1 million copies, I don't know how much or what the value is. But I feel like it's an easy way for artists to put out their music without regulations and get it to their fans fast, cheap, and the fans can make some money off it as well.
Yeah,
but
that's dope.
Yeah. He was how he explained it. Check out his Instagram. He's talking really loudly about it, yelling at the top of his lungs because he thinks he unlocked the code and he just brought us something new, which is it sounds really good, on the forefront, but I just want to know how it works as far as knowing that you're not getting scammed.
I
What I
know.
mean?
I mean, as far as him, it works because he does it. He makes a quick $1 million,
Yeah.
and then hopefully, some of these people could sell, make a profit off of it.
And right.
I mean, is there a limit to how many they can sell? If they like bought it, can they copy it and sell as many as they want to?
I think it's a little more technical than that. So you can't. There's only a limited amount of copies, so that person would have to buy multiple copies and sell multiple. But if that person wanted to scam some people and make them believe they're buying something, I feel like that's possible. That's always possible.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if you think about it too, if he sold 1 million copies and that's what it takes to go platinum, he went platinum in 57 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, that's dope.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
Which is nuts.
My biggest thing is like, because I got friends who try and get me into the whole stock market and stuff like that. And I want to, but like I bought a book and I'm trying to read up on it, but I'm still like so far removed from it that I can't trust it unless I fully understand it.
Right.
And yeah, I'm not big on gambling, and a lot of that shit is just legalized gambling, So
Yep.
It's like gambling on a corporate level or whatever. But
yeah, like cryptocurrency and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'll probably never understand that shit. I literally will never understand how any of that works. How you can literally just go do some coding and make money that doesn't exist, but people will spend so much money on it.
Yeah.
Whoever created that shit is a damn genius. I don't know.
Right. And every other person I see on Instagram is a cryptocurrency promoter that's making so much money and can make you so much money. It just seems more and more like a scam. So I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. I bought some Dogecoin, at a very low price. It was a couple of cents. So I bought me a couple, spent like $30, got me like 300 coins, and it's supposed to be shooting up to whatever it's supposed to be going to. So in theory, if it was to go up to like a dollar for each, I would make $300 off of putting in 30. You know what I mean? I don't know. So if you think about it that way, you could possibly make some dough, but I don't know. I think he's kind of smart for doing that, and hopefully it turns out good and it doesn't turn out that he's doing some like scamming shit, because then that would be fucked up to do that to your fans. But I think he has the right intentions in heart.
Yeah, probably.
All right. And then a quick shout out, because there's some crazy stuff going, a little somber tone here. Some crazy stuff going on in Afghanistan right now. You've been hearing about it, all the attacks at the airport and the Taliban taking over the capital and stuff like that, and kind of a bunch of stuff going on over there.
I remember the Taliban taking over. I know that I seen something on TV where they off some dude who was like a high-ranking general in the Afghanistan army. And they recorded it apparently. But the last thing I saw was like people like jumping on airplanes to try and get out of. Yeah, it's like I don't understand the logic behind that. Like, are they not informed that once you get to a certain altitude, there's like very little oxygen, you will pass out and die?
Right.
Like everybody who got on those planes, I'm pretty sure all of them died. So
yeah,
you never see a video. You never see a video with them landing anywhere. So
yeah, that's terrible. That's terrible. Yeah. So
I'm laughing, but it is sad.
Yeah, it's very sad. My prayers go out to all those people there, all the Americans. I think they have been evacuated at this point, but some did die in an attack at the airport, which was very, very sad. The world is crazy. I also saw that they left 51 of their canines, their dogs, behind. And I saw a picture of it, all of them in their crates. So it's hella sad. The hella German Shepherds, 51 of them just left there behind, and everybody else is gone. So I hope they really do go back for them dogs, man. And hopefully it's not just a propaganda video. If that's true, that's hella sad. I cannot stomach any of that shit, man. By the way, I'm getting a new puppy today.
Another one? Aren't you already got two?
Well, yes, but it's another going to the breeding, Kim's house. But the breeder is driving from Missouri to come down here to drop off the dog.
Okay. What kind of dog?
It's another Shih Tzu, like Curry, but it's a girl. Yeah. She's going over to Kim's house and joining.
Curry's a girl.
Yeah. It's another girl.
He said, but it's a girl.
Oh no, yeah. I'm saying, but it's a girl. Like it's a girl. It's not a boy. It's a girl. But yeah. But anyways, yeah. What do you feel about? Do you think it? I don't want to say that, but I do want to say it. Do you think they're going to end up sending the troops back over there? And
I thought the whole point was in to pull the troops out.
right. But yeah, I kind of feel like once they did that, they knew that something was going to happen. It's a way to show the people like, oh shit, this is why we have them over there. So we definitely need to send them back. But I don't know. Who knows? I don't really get into that super political stuff because I don't really know enough. But it's just on the outside looking in, the media can manipulate anything. And for us that don't really know much, need to be educated before we jump to conclusions. Because not saying that anything that we're seeing is not true. It's just, whew, man, what we are saying is crazy.
I feel like what would be the point of America going back over there and putting our 2 cents in? It's like we don't have any hold in that area. I don't know. It's like there has to be when America goes and does something, there's usually a hidden agenda, not or sometimes not so hidden agenda. And I wouldn't really, maybe I just haven't paid attention enough. I don't really know what it would be over there.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of shit that's going on in the world that's similar, that's just as bad, but we are not stepping our foot in those situations because there's no actual like gain from it for America.
Yeah, I feel it.
They haven't been to Hades, and done no shit over there really majorly. They definitely didn't do shit over in was it Palestine when it was getting bombed up because America already has allegiance or alliance with Israel or whatnot. So, it's like I don't understand why they would go over there and do anything. If anything, they need to bring more troops out of there so we ain't losing Americans in that situation.
Yeah, man. Very sad, very, very politically charged time in America. People are hopping on Joe Biden for not doing the right thing when people thought the right thing was to pull the troops out, but now people want the troops back. I don't know. I just kind of feel like their political party is kind of jading what is actually right, and it's just a bunch of bickering back and forth when we need to be thinking about these soldiers and just life in general, getting everybody back safely and keeping everybody alive, man. We need some healing. We need to just listen to the Best of Bias podcast and everything will make you feel better. I promise you. Right, listeners? Right. Let's move on, get out of this somber topic. Next we got, Steph's parents. I don't know if they're getting a divorce or anything like that, but yeah, they are getting divorced. They are getting divorced because his mom slept with the tight end from the Patriots, an ex-tight end from the Patriots. It's not Rob Gronkowski, wasn't Aaron Hernandez. That's what everybody was jumping to. I don't really remember the name exactly. I think it's something Jackson or something in there or another. Old nigga. Either way, what do you feel about that?
I feel like he shouldn't have to pay alimony.
His kids are grown.
Yeah, that don't matter. Still, like you still got to pay alimony and stuff, even the kids are grown.
Oh yeah,
alimony isn't for the kids. That's child support. Alimony is to the wife.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You're right. But I don't know. I feel like they're not gonna get divorced though. Because what do you do?
Why wouldn't they?
I don't know. What do you do? How do you?
If she slept with somebody else, yeah, that's 100% reason to get divorced.
Yeah, I feel it.
Like she's in the position she's in simply because he played the NBA. I've never heard about a business that she did. What business did she do that made the millions of dollars?
I don't know. Childbirth
is difficult, but I mean, so is going to work every day and have to bust your ass to build a castle. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel it. Yeah, that is nuts. Shoot, it's crazy to see the little, quote unquote perfect family kind of have troubles behind closed doors. Kind of gives you an introspective look at professional relationships, as far as like entertainers and stuff like that. They're on a different vibe a lot of times.
Yeah.
Do you think Wardell is cheated at all? You think the husband's cheated at all as an NBA player?
I'm sure. He's in the NBA. Like once again, I mean, it's fucked up to say if he cheated and she knew about it, she should have left him then.
That's true.
So,
I wonder if it was recent.
With him cheating or her cheating?
Her. Or it just came out now.
Yeah, I don't know. I heard something about her saying that, he cheated in the relationship multiple times and the family knew about it. And it's like, you can't bring that argument up when you stayed with him when that was happening. if you were okay with it because of the, you know, the value that you're getting from him as far as like money and stuff, then that means you literally stay with this man for money. So it makes you look worse. So if you really cared about it that much, you should have just jetted.
True. But then they do have like a big ass family. Steph, they got two other daughters. So I don't know. It's a tough situation. I just thought it was again
And
media
they're all how old are they kids? They're grown, right?
grown as hell.
Yeah. Then it is what it is. Once you step out, like if she didn't want to leave when he stepped out, that's on her. But I mean, I'm pretty sure that he feels like, hey, as soon as she lets somebody else slip inside of her, it's rats because, you know, I don't know. I feel like it's a little different when you bring in all this money and building this kingdom, and you know you bring her into your kingdom, and then she then goes and gives away her her innards to somebody else, whatever you call it.
Her inside parts.
Yeah, I, mean,
I
I always look at it different because I mean I know they're older now. She probably ain't having no kids, but it's like when you're a dude, if you go out and step outside your marriage and have kids outside of the marriage, only person that has to deal with that kid is you as a man.
Yeah.
You don't have to deal with that kid. But if she goes out and does it and then gets pregnant, now you have to raise her kid if you don't know it's yours. You know, you have to sit there and so it's like it's a little different, you know.
Yeah, I feel that. I definitely feel that.
At the same time, if he was cheating and before that, she should have definitely just left him and took that half. That would have been the smart thing to do.
Yep, I feel you for sure. I feel you. But yeah, let's see. Let's transition on to the next topic. OnlyFans demonetizes sexual activity like the pornographics and all that shit. What do you feel about that? Do you think it's fair? Do you think it's time for them to make that change?
I don't really care about it being fair. It's like it's not I don't know, a focal point for me. I think it's stupid because they're only known for that. That's like
right, yeah.
That's like Pepsi saying that we're not gonna put, you know, caffeine in our drinks anymore, Coca-Cola or something like that. It's like, dude, you're only known for having like a Coca-Cola with caffeine in it.
Yeah.
You're not gonna put caffeine in it, or I'm not gonna put sugar in my drink or some stupid shit. It's like that's what you're known for.
Right.
You know. So
yeah.
It's like it's dumb. It makes no sense. I mean, it's literally like PlayStation saying we're not gonna make video games anymore.
Yeah, for sure. And I feel like they're blaming it on the banks because they say they're paying their employees or the people on OnlyFans so much money per month. Like I think it's like $300 million a month or some shit like that, 30 million, something in that kind of range. It's a big ass gap, but something crazy like that. And he says that I guess they need access to more money to pay the people, but no banks will get behind them because of the stuff they promote. So it's hard for them to get a bank to support what they do. So they're trying to just, I don't know how it helps them by demonetizing it. Maybe the banks will fund them after they demonetize the sexual activity and they can just pop it back again after they pay them back from all the money they make after getting that loan from the bank. I don't know really what it is.
I'm sure there's another online something that's sitting there with their hands like this, waiting for them to go ahead and, you know, cancel that shit so they can come over to our side.
Tyga supposedly made something just for those people. I think it's called like All Star or some shit, like some star. And Tyga pretty much has people come on down to my platform. You can sell the sexual explicit activity, and he's taking all, you know.
Taking all comers.
Yeah, exactly. No pun intended. Actually, pun intended. Pun intended. So yeah, that's very interesting. And right now they're kind of like, you know, postponing the ban because I feel like they're just trying to make their last little bit of money before they. I don't know what's actually gonna happen, but you know, it's
in all reality, the people who are behind OnlyFans, nobody knows who they are. They could be like anybody. It could be you and me or whatever. But they've made billions of dollars, I'm assuming, off of this. And if they were to just say fuck it and cut it now and just they already have all that money, they can live great. Like, to me, that's like the perfect thing. It's like you're rich as hell. Nobody knows why you're rich, but you are. The government's not going to send the IRS after you because you're doing everything legit. You can literally live rich as hell with I can't pronounce the word, but anonymity. I can't say the fucking word. Basically, everybody knows
anonymity.
Yeah, something like that. One of them words. I can't pronounce it, but you know what I mean. You pretty much you basically try to figure out what this shit is.
But, I thought I had it in my head. I tried to say it again, but I couldn't. Whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Same here. But yeah, fuck that word. but with a sick dick. But anyways, yeah, they can live and not have to worry about like getting swarmed by people and nobody like it's always what does E40 say? I want the money, fuck the fame. Y'all can have that type. So
that's true,
yeah.
man. It gets more and more relevant but sometimes that's how people are making money off being famous. And then after you're stuck in that famous spot, like what the fuck do you do? I don't want to be famous anymore, but that's how I make my money.
Yeah, I mean that's
world.
there's the pros and cons with it. Like, of course, when you're famous, you lose a lot of like privileges of not being famous, like just going to Walmart or some bullshit. I mean, who wants to go to Walmart? But
still, it's walking around.
You now have a brand nowadays. You have a brand that can almost always make you money. I.e., when you're talking about Soulja Boy earlier, and he's been irrelevant for so long, and then he just starts trolling and doing dumb shit, and all of a sudden he's relevant again and now making money. So
exactly. Exactly. It would be interesting to try to find that happy medium. So you don't have to be as apparent as trying to do whatever it takes to make the money. Like a Drake zone. I feel like Drake can just do what he wants. It just automatically makes a lot of money. He ain't got to market too hard. He just puts it out and people know based on who it is that it's going to be good. Once you get to that kind of level.
But now when he wants to go somewhere, he has to coordinate going to 7-Eleven or some bullshit. He can't just I want to go to 7-Eleven. So that to me, that would upset the fuck out of me because I would feel like I would flash on somebody, walk the store. Oh my God, shut the fuck up real quick.
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
Yeah, I got a disguise on, bitch. You ain't supposed to be giving up. Yeah, you gotta do hella shit.
And you walking around with your kid or some shit, and somebody wants to come and take pictures of you, and she's like, "Oh, my kid don't know fucking pictures. Now I gotta kill you." I mean, it has to be.
Oh yeah, so funny. Yeah, I feel it. But yeah, it's a good transition, man. Right into the Drake. Drake and Kanye, this beef has been going on for a couple months now. Supposed beef. It gives me the Kanye and 50 Cent vibes when they both were about to drop their album. And they're doing like a fake ass beef and kind of like doing a little competition to see who would sell more. Kanye has been going through all kind of tactics to try to promote his album, from living in the Atlanta Falcons Stadium for months at a time, having multiple album release parties. He had like 3 of them bitches. And the third one he had on Apple Music, he actually rebuilt his childhood home.
What?
In the middle of a stadium in Chicago. He rebuilt his childhood home.
Stadium.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and he had a whole bunch of people in black suits literally just walking around the house the whole performance. And he had his whole album playing over the stadium and shit. He had Marilyn Manson standing outside the house, and he was in a mask. He had the baby out there in a mask. It was just crazy. Each person that performed came out in a mask and just kind of like performed for people who just bought tickets for a third time to see him play the same music from his album. And it was interesting. He was selling like stem recorders that he can change the music while it's playing or whatever, isolate the vocals and shit, raise the vocals, and it's kind of shit that you can just buy for $200 a pop. Like, this fool is pulling out all the stops for his album. And then his album was supposed to drop last Sunday, and I guess it did drop. And after it dropped, he even said the label put the album out without his permission. Yeah, and hella shit like that. So I think he was trying to wait until Drake dropped his album to drop his album to have like direct competition with it. And it's been hella petty this whole time. And then even though his album has came out, he's still complaining about how he didn't want it to come out and how hella people, he had a couple of versions of songs. One song had Jay-Z on it. He had another version of the song with DaBaby in it. And since DaBaby's in trouble right now, I guess he's saying Universal wouldn't let that song. The song's out on the album, but the song doesn't play. What? Which is nuts. It's hella weird. It's nuts. And a lot of people that are supposed to be on the album, they got cut out the album and they're hella mad and were reacting to it when it released. Like Chris Brown was talking shit about Kanye, calling him a hoe for leaving him off a song that he worked on. Soulja Boy even said he was on the album. They all got cut out of the album without them knowing. And they probably spent hella time, especially doing a song and doing a verse for Kanye. They probably brought their best shit. And he just cut him out the album. And the album doesn't even have an album cover. It's just a black square.
I was listening to it. Why would you cut Chris Brown? I can understand Soulja Boy, but not Chris Brown. I mean,
right. Yeah.
Everything he touched got some kind of,
It gives
I
it a
don't know.
vibe. Yeah.
Definitely.
And a lot of the songs on that album, you said you listened to it. Did you like the album? I feel like instrumentally it was cool.
It
Production
was.
wise, it was epic. It gave me stadium music vibes. Like you listen to it at a concert, it'll be dope as fuck. But
Yeah, I'm trying to see if I like it. So like, there's like certain songs that definitely you can vibe to. Nothing that I would sit there and like listen to jamming like that, but definitely ride along in your car too.
right.
But then like some artists, I don't sound like a hater, but I don't really understand them. Not like lyrically, I don't understand that. I don't understand that sometimes too. But it's just like I don't understand the cadence or like the reason for the cadence. So it's just not
Yeah.
like not appealing to my ear.
Yeah.
I heard a couple songs he had. Like he had some song where he was doing that drill, that London drill type stuff. And
Yeah.
he was going
Fabio
on that
Foreign
shit.
was going off on
Oh
that
yeah,
song.
Fabio Foreign was definitely
He
spitting. Yeah,
he killed that shit. That was like,
yeah.
damn, okay.
But
His verse
so
was
was
hella long.
Kanye. Kanye was
Yeah.
spitting to Fabio's. I thought it was his song because it was like Fabio Foreign the whole song. I was like,
He's
okay,
supposed to
but
be producing Fabio Foreign's whole next album.
I like to hear
So
that. I
yeah,
fuck
that'd
with
be pretty
Fabio
dope.
Foreign.
Yeah, he was
Um,
going.
and then he had I don't know, some songs with other people that I didn't really like. He had a song with what is that guy from Atlanta's name? The one that everybody likes right now. I don't know. He's popular right now.
Young Thug?
Nah, the other dude.
Lil Baby.
A little bit, yeah, I guess, yeah. Little
Yeah.
Baby.
And The
And
Weeknd. That
he
was both of them on that song.
that song was clean, but Little Baby, I realized that if you listen to his lyrics, I have to listen to the song a couple times, he actually spits.
Yeah.
I just don't like the way he raps to me. Something about like the
Yeah.
way he raps, it sounds like he doesn't move his teeth when he raps. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that for sure about Lil Baby. It's kind of the same as I wouldn't compare him and Fabio Foreign to the same thing. It's like sometimes we listen to a rapper, you listen to what they say, and sometimes a lot of these rappers have the same cadence. So you're listening to see if they're actually changing up the words they say, see if they go back to the
Mm-hmm.
same words that they say. And it's like Lil Baby, it sounds like the same cadence, but if you listen, the
No, he's spitting.
words, yeah, the words are
He's
he's
spitting.
going off. He doesn't repeat anything. He just thinks of something else to say off the, you know what I'm saying? It's different. It's different.
It's
And
just
Fabio Foreign surprised me in that verse.
Fabio Foreign spits. Fabio Foreign, I like the way when he raps, it doesn't sound like really crisp. Like I don't say he messes up on words, but sometimes he'll like mush words together, but they fit to his style.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that makes any sense. But with Lil Baby, his is just you have to. It kind of doesn't. They're nothing alike, but it kind of reminds me of Keep the Sneak, how he used to be growing up. Like if you first listen to his music, you're like, what the fuck is this dude talking about? But if you actually sit there and listen to what he's saying, like, oh, okay, he's actually rapping. He's just doing like this weird shit to where you got like you can't understand it when you first hear it. And that's how the Little Baby is to me. It's like when I first hear it, it just sounds like a bunch of just mumbling to a beat, with a certain cadence. But then when you go back and really listen to it, you're like, oh, okay, I can actually hear the words, and what he's saying is actually well thought out. It's not just like
Exactly.
a bunch of because I feel like a lot of rappers do that type of shit just to get over on people because they don't have good bars. But in his
Yeah.
case, he actually has good bars, but he's also doing that. So it's like, oh, you hear it. I know it's a style people like nowadays, but then when you go and break down his actual bars, you can
Mm-hmm.
hear, oh, he actually has real lyrics. Okay.
Right.
Unlike a lot of these cats, like I was listening to some of these cats, I'm like, what the? Like, I went back and tried to listen to what they're saying. I was like, yeah, they really ain't saying shit. They're not.
Yeah. Especially when you
Even on
have
that album.
yeah, Playboy Cardi. When he was in the front beginning of songs, it's like, nigga, what are you saying? Because of my ribs. Ah, it's a bit of ribs. Ah. Like, what are you even saying?
Yeah.
Like, and he just like, I don't know, Kanye West, he just seems like, and it just seems like you can tell he doesn't write these verses. You know what I mean? It's like from somebody else, and he's just rapping.
Kanye's.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, because
Definitely.
he has his styles are too different on every song almost.
Right. It's like, and you have these people that you do music with and you collab with a lot that are in the studio with you. You can tell it's right. Like Ty Dolla Signs. Oh my God. You can tell some of those songs. I think, okay, that song. You can hella tell that Ty Dolla Signs wrote that first bar for him. He's just yeah. If you listen to it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The cadence that Ty Dolla Signs uses, it is crazy because on his last album, Ty Dolla Signs had a bunch of production credits, a bunch of features on his last album, the little 7-song one.
Mm-hmm.
He was on that a bunch, and you can just tell Mike Dean, who works with Travis Scott a lot, works on his beats. You can tell he was influenced a lot in those beats. And people were saying that Travis Scott wrote a lot of the newer stuff for Kanye anyway. So
He wrote a lot of this shit.
right. So exactly. So and then I like that Baby Keem was in this. I like the Baby Keem. I'm liking a lot of his new stuff. I got a couple songs of
Baby
mine.
King. Who's Baby King?
Baby Keem, the dude that was in that new song with Kendrick Lamar.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. Kendrick Lamar's little cousin or something.
Right. He was in a couple of actually I think one of the songs on the Kanye's album too.
I gotta hear him more because I didn't really like his verse that much in that song, Family Ties.
Yeah, he's kind of growing on me. It's just he has some good ass bars sometimes, but then he'll say some basic ass shit. There's just some explicit ass lyrics. Come in that bitch. Like, okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. But yeah.
Especially when you got a cousin like Kendrick who, you know, his bars are a lot of times real complex or have like double meanings and stuff. And
right. Especially when he goes off like that at the end.
Yeah.
Of that song. Yeah. Smoking on some top fives tonight. Yes. That was interesting. Very interesting. How'd you feel about that verse?
I thought his verse was clean. Like I said, I wasn't really feeling the beat too much. Like the first beat, the one that the Baby King was going to, I kind of like that beat. But then the beat that Kendrick went to, I wasn't really feeling it. But I think he probably did that on purpose because it was more easy. It's easier to concentrate on his actual flow than the beats. Yeah.
Gotcha.
But I will say that song was kind of hard to follow. Like it was all over the place.
Right. Yeah. Because the first Baby Keem has two different beats in his verse. And then you break it down, and then you got Kendrick, and then they go in and do the bar for bar thing at the end.
At the end, yeah.
There's a lot going on. But there's a lot of people doing that now. I don't know if you know who Babyface Ray is. He did a song with Big Sean. Pretty dope. They're doing the same shit. And then Meek Mill, Lil Durk, and Lil Baby did a song. There's three of them niggas in that song. They're going like bar for bar with three niggas in the song. So I guess that's a whole new trend. I don't know. I don't like it. I personally don't like verses like that. I want my own 16 on my own shit.
That's not new. That's just old school Run DMC shit.
No,
Run
God.
Do it. That's how they used to do it back then.
Yeah.
If you listen to any of their tracks, it's like they have, I'm the king of rock. There is none higher. They would do shit like that where like one person would say a couple of lines, the next person would say the next couple of lines. It was like back and forth.
Yeah, I feel it. Maybe it just has to grow on me, man. The comeback of the old school rap bars. Next, let's rapid fire these last couple ones. Actually, since we're talking about Kendrick, Kendrick says it's gonna be his last album on TDE. How do you feel about that?
I feel like once you get to a certain level, I feel like that's a smart move anyways. Like, what's the point of you being under an umbrella when you are, like I said, his brand is already built. People know who he is. So public publicity is already there. He just puts his name on anything and people gonna know who it is. So now if you stay with, the team, it's like, for family, but you still got to cut them a large portion of your money when it's like, you don't need them for all that shit anymore.
Right. And you got to drop when they want you to drop.
Yeah. You once you get to that level, like Drake, for example, still with Young Money or whatnot. It's like, dude, if he went out and went independent, you know how much money he would make?
Yeah.
I mean, he's already rich as hell, but I mean, like, he would cut out the middleman and all the other shit, and it was all come to him. Only people he'd then be paying is the government for taxes and shit. So he's already paying them as it is. So it's like I feel like every artist who gets to a certain level should have aspirations to go out and make their own shit and branch out and do their own thing without having to stay underneath that umbrella. So,
and how I just realized that I think the beef is kind of fake because they both best friends with Drake. I mean, both best friends with Lil Wayne. Like, I think Lil Wayne was either at or in this nigga's wedding.
Whose wedding?
Kanye's. You know what I mean? And he like took pictures and shit with him as like one of his good ass friends. And of course, Drake is Lil Wayne, one of Lil Wayne's good buddies. But I don't know. It seems manufactured to me. The album's out. Kendrick Lamar, actually, his first artist was Baby Keem. He's going to be put out under his label whenever he announced whatever his label is going to be. So I can kind of see a little hint of his style, Kendrick style, in Baby Keem, but a little more wild, kind of like Tyler the Creator-ish. You know what I mean?
I hope he breaks away from them like on good terms because I would like to hear some more of those Black hippie songs.
Right. Yeah. All of them are dope ass artists. I feel like they all should just be able to do their own shit. Like Schoolboy Q, fucking them a lot.
Yeah.
They're signing more artists. I forgot. They just signed some artists. Something's Rayvon, I think his name is. He's pretty dope. He's spitting. I'll send you some videos after this. He got bars. He was also on LA Leakers going
Okay.
in. So I'll send you some of that shit. But yeah, let's move on. Tony Hawk putting his blood in 100 exclusive skateboards. How do you feel about that?
I mean, yeah, it didn't like do what it do. If it make money, I mean, I'm not a skateboarder, but I can see how him getting up there in age, somebody would take that skateboard and probably put it away as like a souvenir or a trophy. So whenever, God forbid, I don't believe in God, but whenever, he passes away or something like that, you still have that piece of him in some way. Like, yeah, I literally got this man's DNA on a board. So
yeah, then you should. I would ride it. May do a 900 out there. And what
I wouldn't even
about
ride it. I wouldn't even ride that shit. That shit needs to be wrapped up and put in cellophane somewhere in a big ass fucking trophy case. It's Tony Hawk.
I'm talking about some like Mike shit. Make me like Tony.
Oh, okay.
You go out there and do the most epic trick you ever did. You know what I'm saying? What do you feel about Lil Nas X making complaints saying that when he sold them 666 Nike shoes, everybody was complaining about him putting his blood in those shoes, and now Tony Hawk's doing it and it's cool. Do you think he's right about that?
I think his complaint. I think but there's a lot more to it. Tony Hawk's not like sitting there going like devil worship and stuff like that too.
Exactly.
So there's a lot more aspects going into his that were more negative. When Tony Hawk is just doing it, like doing one of those aspects. He's not doing anything with the devil. He's not stealing boards from whatever company because he basically took those Nike shoes from Nike. He bought them all, but then rebranded them as his own and sold them. So he's not doing anything like that. So all he's doing is taking boards, and I'm sure Tony Hawk has his own company. I don't know, but I'm sure he does because he's Tony Hawk. I'd imagine he does. If he doesn't, that would be a dumbass move not to have your own skateboard company being Tony Hawk.
Right. Yeah.
But I'm sure, yeah. So he's like, only thing he's doing that's any similar to that is the blood thing. But there was a lot of things about what the ex-Nas guy did that just wasn't
Professor X.
Professor X, yeah. But no, there's a lot of things that he did that were like questionable, like making a video getting screwed by the devil.
Yeah.
Putting 666 on it and like all this whole devil shit. Like there's a lot of people who in this country or in this world who still run off religion. And even me not being religious, I still don't fuck with shit like that because just something I like you grew up not fucking with and you still
right. It's just kind of creepy. It's really creepy. And that's another person I feel like I'm not gonna say using his sexual orientation to his advantage, but he's just living off the hype of him being popular, off of being against the norm. I'm not saying being gay is against the norm, but I'm saying he's just kind of fighting against all the norms and kind of hiding behind the fact that he's gay and kind of just using that as a crutch, when really he's just kind of using the media to try to get attention.
Has he made any more music? Like the only song I know of his is the Old Town Road, or whatever it is, the country song.
His songs all kind of are like popular within like the kid sphere. You know what I'm saying? Kids like them a lot, and they're really like poppy songs. So that they play them in a lot of areas.
But he has a song where they said like the video is him getting screwed by a damn.
That exact song I hear my little cousin singing.
No.
You know what I mean? I hear him know the song word for word. That kids really do know his songs. Not saying they shouldn't. I mean, I'm just saying that, it's just the messages that he's putting out there. It's just sometimes a little above and beyond, not even the fact that he's, gay at all. It's just, he is going above and beyond to try to get that kind of Eminem attention. I feel like that attention that Eminem garnered from saying or doing anything that'll just get that shock value from people. I think he's going to do it. Blood and shoes, calling out whoever he needs to call out at the top of the food chain to keep that attention and keep that buzz going.
But at least when Eminem did it, he did it cleverly. Like his wordplay and his like control over bars was above par. So it was like if you just come out back then and just say a bunch of stupid shit and you're not really all that musically talented, people would just take it for what it is and keep going. But with him, it was kind of like you had to listen to it because he actually had like real good wordplay to the point where somebody who's a lyricist has to listen to it and be like, he's saying a bunch of bullshit, but damn, like he did that shit cleverly as hell. So
right. So now it's more so that he's he's more popular as far as Lil Nas X goes. He's more popular than his music is good, I feel like, at this point, to where he's going to just be able to make records, and he has enough people that have taken his back for people that have attacked him to have a backing to whatever he does is going to be accepted in a certain community. So it's going to be interesting to see how that continues as far as the industry. A lot of rappers, Lil Boosie and stuff, have been saying some crazy stuff about his viewpoints and some of the shit that he's been doing on stage. But I don't know. To each his own. But I don't know. I can't tell anybody how to feel, but it's wild. Wild.
I don't know. I just don't pay attention to it. So
yeah, I mean, either that's all you have to do, really, is if you don't like the music, don't listen to the music. If you don't like the artist, don't pay attention to the artist. There's people that are hella famous right now that I don't even know because I don't really look for their music because I don't know who it is. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That easy. Next, shout out Stephen A. Smith because everybody on ESPN is getting fired. He's gonna be the last one left. Max Kellerman now is moving on to do strictly radio. They said that Stephen A. was looking for somebody that comes to the show to debate and not come with "I'm smarter than you" attitude every day. So they're letting him go, and they're gonna have a rotating cast of people to come and debate Stephen A. And it's weird because he hasn't been on the show in hella long, so I don't know if they're actually beefing internally or it's just like a change that ESPN is making because Max Kellerman wants to do more radio and more boxing stuff, but. Damn,
I mean,
Stephen.
If he's coming out saying that, I mean, it sounds like those are kind of beefing things to say. You don't like that's seems like he has some kind of animosity towards me, but that's what he said.
He does come out there a lot sometimes, like they're talking sports a lot, and then he'll jump into like super political stuff and try to have a smarter than you attitude sometimes. Hella snarky. But a lot of the guests that come on there are talking to Max too, and they're like, Max, you can't be serious, and he'll go to some quote. I actually said this specifically and this like that rather than talking sports. And people are saying it comes off as I'm a smarter than you attitude rather than we're debating sports.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I mean? And Stephen A. is probably the highest paid person at ESPN right now. So what he says goes, and to keep him around is what they're probably kind of banking on. You know what I mean? So anyway, shout out to him. That's all I want to say because soon you will see Max Kellerman no longer on the show. And it's been a long run. I've seen him transition from hella different shows. Around the Horn, he was on Sports Nation. Now he was on First Take for like hella years. But damn, sad to see everybody go, man. Everybody just leaving ESPN, Disney, and just like, I'm gonna find something else. I'm gonna start a podcast or some shit. I'm telling you, everybody doing it.
Yeah, nowadays you can just start a podcast, like you said.
After you get famous enough for being on TV, you can do exactly what you do on TV. Just make people, pay for special content. That's what those famous people do. We'll have a Patreon soon too, people, for exclusive episodes and shit. We're giving you guys it all for free right now because we want y'all to have all this flavor. But once we start talking about that raunchy shit, we having these crazy guests on. We will have to take it off the free airwaves just for everybody else. But anyways, next topic before we get into that review, we'll take a commercial break and then hop into that. Last thing, are you excited for these next couple shows? Classic shows and movies, remakes are happening. So we have The Wood. Did you watch The Wood back in the day?
Oh yeah, one of my favorite movies. That movie.
They're coming out with a TV series for it. How do you feel about that? Would you watch it?
Probably. I'll be honest. I probably would, but I don't know how I feel about it because I feel like when you bring something that's a cult classic like that and try and remake it or redo it, you potentially can fuck up the vibe of it or something like that.
Oh yeah, I feel it. Yeah, and there's a lot of good classic like lines and classic scenes from that movie. So without, I don't know if they can do it, man. I think they need to leave that alone. But it's supposed to be coming out soon.
On what network? Who's doing it? That's also a big thing.
True, because I think it was like an MTV movie, right?
Well, The Wood?
Yeah.
I don't think it was MTV, no.
Oh, okay. I don't know what it was.
It's on MTV though?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not too sure, but I just heard about it. And then I also saw a little nostalgia for y'all. ATL. You remember ATL with T.I.?
Mm-hmm.
That whole cast is coming back for a number 2. How do you feel about that? Would you go see it? Or would you just stream it?
I like the first one. I like what they did with the first one. I heard like some behind the stories thing where like they the original version that was supposed to go out was, from what they said, was garbage, and they talked the producers into letting them go back and re-edit it to where it came out to the way we have it now, which is why some things kind of seem like towards the end seem like they're rushed and don't really make that much sense, but we still accepted it just for what it was. But yeah, I don't even think like Big Boy is supposed to be in that or something like that.
Yeah,
I
that
don't.
was
I got to
funny.
go back and listen to it again. But Ti was talking about it, and it was like what they were trying to put out originally would have been some garbage.
I feel that. Hopefully, this one can be a little more. A lot of the low budget movies Ti has been in have been all right, but I want this one to be kind of because I really liked the number one. It was part of my childhood that I really enjoyed. Man, Lauren London, seeing her for the first time, it's Nunu. Oh my gosh, first love right there. But yeah, don't tell Veronica. But yeah, it was a really good movie. The skating ring, seeing Diana Ross's son for the first time. Is that Diana Ross's son?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's interesting, man. So that
It's
would be
funny
kind
because
of
he still looks exactly the same, which is weird.
yeah.
Like the kid don't grow up.
Well, Ti does too. Shit.
That's actually true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, but other dude that sang "One Call Away" with Chingy. Remember,
Oh yeah,
dude?
he got older. Yeah.
Yeah, he's in the new Power. Or no, he's in actually it's a show called The Shy. Actually, not Power. Check out the new Power, though, Raising Kanan. That shit's pretty dope. And BMF is about to drop too. 50 Cent working out here. But yeah, that's all the pop culture we got, man. Take a quick commercial break. Let me get.
We forgot one thing.
What we forget?
The Jake Paul and Tyron Woodley fight.
Oh hell yeah! Let's get into that real quick. Jake Paul, Tyron Woodley. How'd you feel about that shit? Did you watch the fight?
I watched it. Yeah, I thought. I mean, I didn't pay for it. Of course, I ain't paying for that shit. But
No.
you already know that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like Tyron Woodley just gave that up. It was too many opportunities that he had that he didn't take. It shows that he's very green when it comes to boxing, because
Right.
there was times where he would hit Jake Paul and Jake Paul would clearly be like afraid and wouldn't do nothing, would stop.
Right. Uh-huh.
He wouldn't follow up. And it's like, if you would have followed up with something, even if you didn't hit him, you could have still put yourself in a position to have a chance to actually hurt him.
Right.
And I mean, he the few times he actually did it properly, he hurt him. So it was like, I never at one point in that fight did I ever see Jake Paul actually hurt Tyron.
Yeah.
I seen he hit him a couple times.
Yeah,
none of
for
it
sure.
was like even with his best hits, Tyron like immediately jumped back like it was nothing.
Exactly.
So,
yeah.
and when Tyron hurt him, he reacted to it like, oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yep.
there was even time there was times where I was like, you could see like you can like almost like visualize what Jake was thinking. Like, oh fuck, this is what a real fight's like,
Yep. Mm-hmm. And it was fucked up because if he would put some like real combinations together, Tyron would hit him with like a couple, like he hit him with like an uppercut. That uppercut he hit him with was nasty. For real. He hit him square, just boink, knocked the shit up. But then he had that hit him in the back of the head kind of when he hit him against the ropes. Had him shook a little bit. He didn't go attack him at the ropes at all. He would kind of walk him down as Jake Paul was like, trying to escape, and just kind of like, he was kind of trying to save himself with counters against the rope. He just had Tyron trying to walk him down and just hit him with some counters because he was winning like hella rounds already. So all he really had to do was survive at a certain point, and that's what he was doing because Tyron wouldn't try to finish him at all. It was kind of crazy. It was,
and like I feel like the corners be pissing me off because the corner was being nice but was telling him like, dude, you need to do something. But I want to hear somebody just be blunt with him, like, dude, throw your fucking hands, punch. Yeah. You're losing the fight.
Yeah,
you're losing the fight because he's outpointing you.
Right. He was even saying like, "You're not listening to me. You're not listening to me." Like he would say that, and every time it would be like, "Fuck." He would have that look in his eye, like, "Nigga, I know what I'm doing. I'm a champion." But at the same time, you have to be disciplined, and you have to know in that situation that you are green.
Doing this, not doing anything. And I heard his corner, and like, I think it was his last fight or one of his fights, sitting there yelling. And I'm like, "Let your fucking hands go."
Right.
Let your hands go. And
yeah.
It's like this going in one ear out the other. And it's like somebody needs to just tell him to throw caution to the wind and go out there and just throw your hands. I don't care how tired you are, throw your hands, because what you're doing now clearly ain't working.
Right. And you see sometimes when he would hug him, he would like try to punch him in the clinch like it was UFC. He would like fake it a little bit, try to hit him in the body, hit him in the head.
He was even doing a little thing where when he get him in a clinch, he'd get his head underneath his head.
Yeah.
And the ref told him to stop doing that.
He said, knock that shit off.
Yeah, that's his issue is like he's never been a combo fighter. When he fights in the UFC, he would throw a major punch, hit the person, and then go to a takedown.
Yeah.
That was his style, you know. So he, like, I don't think that his body has that uh, muscle memory to know that after I hit him with one hit, instead of sitting there and going for a takedown, which you can't do
Yeah.
in boxing,
Yeah.
do something else. Don't
Yeah,
just
you can
stand there and
see
look at
that.
him.
You can see that. Yeah, he was like, "Fuck, I can't do that." He was pausing for a second, and that 1 second is
Yeah.
what it took to let Jake Paul either recover or just get that one hit in that would just keep him ahead in the points. And that's kind
Yeah.
of how it ended. Hopefully he don't get that dumbass tattoo.
Yeah.
You think I think they'll fight again. I don't think Jake is ready for another experienced fighter yet.
I don't think that it would make as much money as it did because a lot of people probably feel like I feel where they're like, even though I think if they fought again, Tyron had more time to really hone in on boxing and follow ups and not just sitting there and looking at his fucking punches after he hits them, I think he would win. I think if they fought again, Tyron would win. But it just doesn't, I don't care enough to because there's always that big thing in my head where like, what if Tyron does this shit again where he's just not active like he was in that fight? Like he doesn't really want it. And you got to get somebody in there who just wants it and like feels like they have something to prove. And
Right.
you know, like if he got like after watching that fight, if he got in there with a good, healthy McGregor, McGregor's going to destroy him. McGregor's definitely going to destroy him. If he gets in there with anybody who's a legit boxer, who knows how to box, they're fucking his ass up because I seen like I will say that Jake had some okay like boxing skills, but I just saw way too many openings.
Yeah. Oh my God, how he was swinging.
Oh my God, yeah. I was like, it was just too many things he did that I was like, dude, anybody who was like a regular boxer, especially when you watch as much boxing as I do, yeah, they were like, it was just too many things you could have seen where it's like I can capitalize on that.
Yeah.
He would have got slept so bad by somebody if he just had somebody who was like somewhat seasoned as a boxer. It would be a wrap.
And because you can tell after Tyron would throw his fucking power punch, he would just grab Jake right away so he wouldn't get hit, and it would just take hella time off the clock. And if you have some counter.
He would do this thing that pissed me off that I hate when boxers do, where Jake Paul would like do a little feint and he would just jump hella far back and then got to reset and then get there and look at him. It's like, okay, you just wasted 5 seconds doing that.
Yeah.
You know, the fight's only the round's only 3 minutes long. You've already wasted so much time, but you keep doing that over and over again, wasting seconds. And it's like, dude, like he's not throwing a punch at you. Not to mention if he is throwing a punch at you, that's the whole point of like bobbing, weaving, or putting your guard up so you can take those and
inside.
counter.
Yeah, exactly. Froze up a little bit on me. But yeah, he didn't use none of that shit. It was like just trying to prove that he could box to me. It was kind of weird. It was just kind of showing the people that, oh yeah, I can get in here and keep a hold of what I got going on, but it wasn't really that. Me? I could see you, but and now I can. It was frozen for a second.
That's crazy. But like basically what I was saying was that like he would put himself out of range to attack, and it was annoying as fuck. It was really annoying.
For that. Yeah. I don't know. I follow him on Instagram. I was hoping he would win, but the fact that he didn't get knocked out, embarrassed like these other guys, I feel like there's a chance because I don't think he's ready to move up. I think Jake needs some more training. I feel like if Tyron gets the training in, he'd actually have a chance to win. I don't know. And who knows? With the time they have training, maybe he can think of another idea. Maybe he can start like a fucking league of these guys and just, have Tyron fight somebody else and just have him still be making enough money. I don't know. I want to see. I think if I want to see Jake fight against Tyson Fury's younger brother. Yeah.
Because that guy is to me they're on the same level. Them two are like on the same level.
Super raw. Yeah.
He does a lot. He leaves himself open a lot.
Yeah.
And I feel like it would be damn near a mirror match if them two got in the ring together because they're almost the same. And whoever that dude was that he fought against, I don't know who that dude was, but that dude was horrible.
Like that bare knuckle fighter or the MMA fighter from last time, or not last. I think it was last time.
But as far as boxing goes, he didn't know what he was doing. He was like throwing the worst punches. He looked super tired immediately. He looked so unorthodox with the way he punched. And I thought maybe that was just because he wasn't good at boxing, but then I went back and I looked at some MMA stuff, and he fights the same way when he does MMA. He throws these big looping punches that it's like nobody understands like a straight down the middle punch or a jab, a simple jab, or double up on a jab. Exactly. It's like even Tyron, when he was doing it, like he double, like you could, like I watched his training. A lot of his training was double jabs and come in. That double jab ain't got to touch nothing. It just sets you up to touch something. And whenever he did it, it worked. Whenever he did it, it worked. And he didn't like. I don't understand it. Like maybe just don't feel comfortable doing it, so they don't do it. But it's like the person in the corner has to be telling them like, whenever you do the double jab and you follow up with something, it works. Why aren't you doing it?
Exactly.
And that's what the jab is. The jab is a tool to get in there and actually put in some real work, and nobody uses it like it's supposed to.
I feel that, man. Ultimately, Jake Paul and them got our money again. I don't know what's gonna happen next, but hopefully you can actually find somebody that can knock him out, punch him in the mouth, make him bleed a little bit. We're gonna see some scars. It's boxing. Let's see somebody bleed.
I think that I would like to see him fight against Conor. That's what I would pay to see.
Yeah, I feel that. It'd be entertaining to see them talk shit to each other. But yeah, let's get this little commercial break in. We'll come back, knock out this What If episode 3. What if, what was it called? What if someone murdered the Avengers or something like that?
Something like that, yeah.
Oh, if somebody killed our Mightiest Heroes or some shit like that. But either way, we're going to talk about it when we come back. It's the Best of Bias podcast. Don't you move.
I break it down now, I break it down now. That pussy wet, it make you drown now. If you go downtown, these goofy niggas, they some clowns now. Yeah, they some clowns now. But I'm a king, I wear a crown, and that should weigh 100 pounds. I break it down now, I break it down now. That pussy wet, it make you drown now. If you go downtown, these goofy niggas, they some clowns now. Yeah, they some clowns now. But I'm a king, I wear a crown, and that should weigh 100 pounds. Fuck me, my goal is to elevate.
All right, it's your boy. We back. It's the Best of Bias podcast. You got Lydell Dinero. You got AKA. And we got something to review real quick. Lightning speed time. We talk about what if, man. We know what you guys came for. Thank you for sitting through that pop culture segment. But we got What If review, episode 3. How'd you feel about it? Brief synopsis. Go ahead, AKA. Do your thing.
So yeah, I thought it was dope. I didn't look into like what the episodes were about, so I didn't even look at the name of it. So I was super surprised with what they were doing with it. I liked it though, how they was just like killing off the Avengers or whatnot. It was interesting, and I ain't gonna lie, they got me. I didn't know who it was gonna be.
Yeah.
I kind of saw when I saw she was like going through the files, and I saw the picture of Hank Pym's wife or whatever it was. I was like, okay, it has something to do with him, but I still didn't click in my head. And then when she started getting her ass kicked, I don't know why in my head I thought I heard her say it's all about the Hulk. I didn't know.
Oh yeah, I thought she said the Hulk too.
So I'm like, oh, is the Hulk invisible beating her ass?
Yeah.
But I kind of thought because she's fighting against my invisible that it might have been Ant-Man or something like that. But I don't know why in my head I heard Hulk. So I was just like, oh, okay, they did something with the Hulk to make him invisible and he's whooping her ass. And then when it came out to what it was, I was like, okay, I like that too. I like the way they did that. But the only thing that's a little different about that is like the other two were kind of like a variation, like right then and there in time, like with the Wakanda one, with them picking up the wrong kid, and then with the other one, the shootout, and it caused Captain America to get hurt, so she had to jump in there and become Captain Carter. But with this one, it was like something that happened a long time ago, that with Hope Pym, her name was dying.
Hope been dying.
Hope been dying, whatever her name was, but her dying a long time ago, and him like, just
blaming it on the Avengers. Yeah.
Not Avengers, because they weren't the
Nick Fury.
Avengers.
I was blaming on Nick Fury. Shield, yep. It was very interesting concept to me. I liked it a lot, how they took the scenes from all their movies and kind of like just had him dying. It was crazy because how they killed the Hulk was fucked up. They enlarged his heart until he blew up.
And I was trying to figure out like how like the Hulk is supposed to have like a really unique healing factor. It's supposed to be on level with Wolverine's.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't see that working to kill him, but maybe in the MCU they took that power away from him. Maybe he doesn't have that power. But Thor, on the other hand, is supposed to be like a fucking god, and he's supposed to be super like dense power wise.
Yeah, they shot him with an arrow.
Yeah, how that killed him makes no sense to me. That was the one part that I was like, he just got killed by arrow. So you telling me that in the eyes of the MCU, Hawkeye with a very like precise arrow could kill Thor, a fucking Asgardian guy. I don't get it. But all
Yeah.
right.
And then how the fact that he just goes in Hawkeye's brain and just kills him, just fucks his brain up, just kills him from the inside out.
That made sense. That made a ton of sense.
It's like,
That and
damn, though. It's like,
also the Iron Man one made sense, but it also shows how like simply how powerful all these guys are. That if Ant-Man was evil, he could take out the fucking Avengers so easily.
hella easily. And I was like, damn, I didn't even show Black Widow dying. They just said she died.
Yeah.
We just got beat to death. That's just crazy. The dude was nuts though. Like that was crazy. I like the fact that the artwork and stuff, how they had him driving in the car and they had the Watcher in the background of the landscape.
Oh yeah.
The art was fucking dope. I liked it a lot. What else was dope? Nick Fury, of course, having Samuel Jackson voicing him was dope. Yeah, I like that a lot.
I like the little fight scene they had with where Loki was faking as him.
Oh yeah, that was dope at the end.
He was super surprised at how good he was fighting. Like, wait, what the hell's going on here?
He was supposed to be an old man. He was kicking his ass. Or was that Loki in the actual show? Goddamn. Yeah, that kind of fighting skills. But yeah, that was dope. That was really dope how they had Loki come through. It was like, oh, you killed my brother. We're gonna invade the world and take it over type shit. Yeah, that was dope. That was really cool. Coulson was there. I like having Coulson back, even though he's not in the MCU anymore. But
they can always bring him back though with this whole multiverse thing. So
absolutely. I also like the fact that they paid homage to the pager from Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
I wonder why he didn't. Did he actually end up calling her? She just showed up at the end.
She showed up at the end, but I mean, that wasn't who did he call instead? He called somebody else instead of using that. I forgot who it was. I can't remember. But because they brought it up like oh no.
They called Loki, right? To make a plan.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. He went back to Loki and made the plan with him. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that's epic. Yeah, it was a pretty cool episode, man. I kind of find myself watching these because sometimes you don't even notice the mouth is not even matching with the voice all the time. Their mouths be moving and the voices be coming out, but it's like you don't even pay attention to that. It's like
I think they do it in similar to the anime style where when they do anime, they don't really make it match up the Japanese voice. They just kind of make it do anything because they know it's going to be dubbed so many times.
Yeah.
So then you just gotta, when you dub it, you just gotta make it not say the same thing, but mean the same thing they mean, but the words is completely different. That's why when you look at the subtitles, the Japanese subtitles, it's like that's not what he said.
Yeah, exactly.
I know what they meant. So yeah.
I feel that. Yeah, I liked it a lot, man. The promotion for the next one. Did you see the promotion for the next one? It's gonna be?
No, I didn't look at it.
What if Doctor Strange lost the person or the love of his life instead of his hands?
Oh,
yeah, that one. Yeah. That's what's coming up. But yeah, this one was really cool. They didn't really gain a character like they did in the last ones. How we thought they were kind of, or at least I hypothesized that they were trying to build a team that was going to try to have a ultimate goal at the end of the season to kind of make something happen. This one was just kind of off-brand, like you said. It wasn't like an origin story of something happening with the hero instead of this happening.
Yeah, it was just literally an ulterior story. Yeah, but I thought it was good. To me, I thought it was one of my favorite ones.
Really? So far?
Yeah,
that's
so
cool.
So far.
Yeah. Because I know there is something called Party Thor coming up. I don't know what that's going to be about. Yeah, so it's going to be another character they're going to add to the group. And I actually have an action figure back there. If you see Gamora right there where my finger is. Bam. Right there. It's from the What If series. It's Gamora, daughter of Thanos. So I do think she's going to be some kind of badass that ended up turning out being a badass anyways. And
so she turns out the way he tried to make her be in the first place.
Exactly. So I think they're going to get her as well, bring her into it. So a lot of stuff still to come, and I'm very excited to see every goddamn bit of it. Is there anything that we actually missed? This one was kind of straightforward. Not really much to mention. Easter eggs here and there. Like I said, with the pager and a lot of other shit happening. You getting to see a bunch of different scenes. We actually saw the Hulk's love interest. We got to see what's his name? What's the fucking dad's name? The general's name?
General Thunderbolt, or his name is.
Yeah, who becomes like the Red Hulk later on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And the funny thing, like she didn't, maybe it was me, she didn't look anything like the one from the original Hulk movie, which is funny because they never claimed that Hulk movie. Like even when they had timeline on Disney Plus of all the MCUs, they didn't have that Hulk movie in it. You notice that, right?
Yeah.
But they still use aspects of that movie, like that whole scene where Hulk got killed. That was that big scene from the movie. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. From that little when they're in that walkway and they shoot the gas in there and he changes into
exactly. But she didn't look like Liv Tyler. And I don't know if it was supposed to be like a different version. Maybe they're getting somebody else to play that role if they bring it back. But she didn't look like her. So
it was Mark Ruffalo though.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
It
wasn't the other dude who played him. I forgot his name is, but I heard bad things. I heard that he was just like a dick to work with. Like he was trying to direct the movie himself and was getting upset because it wasn't going the way he wanted it to go and stuff. And from what they say, he was just a really hard person to work with.
I feel that,
which sucks because I like the movie. I still like the movie to this day. So
I really like the Hulk's like one of my favorite characters for sure. But yeah, it was a very interesting episode. Very interesting, all the aspects of it. Another one comes out tomorrow. So it's exciting. Like I said, it's going to be about Doctor Strange. I love me some magic, and I'm really excited for the new Spider-Man with him in it, and the Multiverse of Madness, all that shit. So what's his name? What's his actual name? Something Cumberbatch.
Oh yeah, Cumberbatch or something like that. Yeah,
it's some weird ass shit like that. But yeah, keep watching the show, guys. I guess that'll wrap it up for us. Anything last thoughts on the episode? Any last thoughts you want to tell the people before we get up out of here?
No. I mean, I'm looking forward to the next one. That one was dope. I can't wait to see Shang-Chi and where they end up going with the.
That comes out Friday.
Yeah, it's coming out pretty soon. So.
Oh yeah. Oh fuck yeah! I'm about to check that out. Big time review coming. Too bad they're not fucking releasing that on Disney Plus. That'll be clutch as hell. But I'm gonna see it regardless because they said they had like some aspect of like Jackie Chan choreography in this, and it's supposed to be like some fighting scenes, like some of the best fighting scenes you ever seen in the MCU. So I'm ready to check that out. Thank you for reminding me of that shit because I almost forgot.
I gotta figure out somebody I can go watch it with because I hate going to the fucking theater by myself. But I don't know anybody out here.
That's crazy.
I don't know anybody out here, so I'm probably just gonna fucking try and talk somebody into give me a bootleg.
I don't hear that though. Yeah, I didn't hear that at all.
But the first thing is I want to go watch it. I want to support it, but it's just like I'm not going to the theater by myself. That's just weird for me.
Yeah, I feel it. But yeah, everybody get ready to go check that out on Friday because we will be reviewing it when it does come out and we do end up seeing it. So hope y'all are ready for those spoilers. Go ahead and let them know where to find you and what you got going so we can get them more informed of what AKA got going on in his life. You know what I'm saying?
Same thing at AKA. I think it's Akil Young, whoever it is, the Instagram.
I'm going to tag him in the video once you see it. You know where to find him at. Yeah, go ahead. Keep going.
And then that SoundCloud, I haven't even been on that shit since I posted the music, so I don't even know I doubt anybody's listened to that shit. But yeah, I think it's like A_K_A Thrill, THRILL. I don't know.
Go check out that shit. There's a bunch of gems on there. Music in the works. I was supposed to send you my verse last week, but tomorrow, since we got this episode done today, I'm probably gonna do that shit tomorrow. And man, listening to these verses got me wanting to, write something different. But I'm gonna keep it here and just try to bear my soul out on these tracks and give it to the people so we can hear it. But yeah, go check out that SoundCloud. There's plenty of goodies on there. If it's not new, some classic verses that everybody need to hear. Show them that rhythmic talent you do got, man. You got the wordplay, the gift of gab. So once they hear it, they're gonna become fans right away. What is it? You join there, right? Or how do you like get followers on SoundCloud?
I don't even know. I have no idea.
I literally subscribe or some shit. I don't know. Follow. Yeah.
So I put music on there just so I can have an easy way to send it to people so they can hear my shit. Like my loved ones, be like, "Hey, listen to this. I just made it."
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That was the only reason I actually put shit on there.
And make some more. You have some more lyric videos. You can put it on the YouTube for the Best of Bias too, because we want them to hear what you got too.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and do it now because I've been waiting for this whole album cover, but I don't know when that's coming out. So I'm just gonna start going ahead and doing a little lyric videos whenever I have free time for all the songs and just put them out one by one.
Especially how you be spitting that quick shit, so people are gonna be wanting to follow along and know what you be saying too. And that's a way better interactive way of getting people to listen to your songs, man, to know every word you're saying too. That's so crazy. Yeah. But yeah, you know where to find your boy at. SAC_Lydell on Instagram, Patrick_Lydell on the Snapchat. Best of Bias on the Instagram, Best of Bias on the YouTubes. Like, subscribe, comment, all that shit. Tell your friends, tell your mama, tell your uncle. What else we got here? The website, bestofbias.com. Hats, merch coming soon, man. I got my patches and my stuff. Some select few have seen the hats and seen the stuff so far, but it'll be out to the public real soon. Yeah, Anime Kumite will come one of these days. I don't know exactly when, but we got some knowledge out there and I want to do it, but it's like sometimes getting the judge for y'all to be able to judge us going at it in the Anime Kumite is hard to do. But if y'all want to be a judge out there, y'all watching this video, hit us up, comment below. We can get you on a video, get your game face ready and ready to be a judge, and we'll get you out there. But other than that, enjoy this episode. Hope you're ready for episode 4. Hope you're getting these pop culture topics in your head. And go tell a friend what you heard today, because it's the Best of Bias, baby. Any last words?
Nah. Do what it do.
All right, man. So where's that theme song at? I think you hear it knocking. Oh, it's right here. Y'all have a good one. Stay safe. Stay out of smoky weather. And prayers out to Afghanistan and all the Americans that are still there on the ground. And America in general, man. Love everybody. And this theme song is calling, so might as well answer.
It's the best of bias. You need the earful, you should try us. From pop culture to the movies to Unitas. It's the best of bias. The best of bias. Yeah, it's the best of bias.
You are now listening to the Best of Bias podcast with Lydell, Dinero, and Hugo Twilight.